Medley Toastmasters Club. A very warm welcome and good afternoon to all the members and guests who gathered here. The sound of this gavel, I declare meeting number 781 open. I welcome the dignitaries who joined us today. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaram Chintamani, Vice President of Medley. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, Past President PR Manager and Past President of Medley. Distinguished Toastmaster Guru Prasad Padmanabhan, Past President of Medley. I also like to warmly welcome all the members and guests who gathered here today. We have a very brief introduction from all the guests. Your name, what you do, and how did you come to know of Medley? Please, Narayan, please come and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Narayan. Currently, I'm an advocate practicing in the school. I came to know about the Toastmasters Club long before, but I don't know how to join this club. Somehow I got some contact number from Sadish, who already doing the Toastmasters Anana. Therefore, it is my English pleasure to be here and see all the great people here. I like to be here.
Vijay Raj, would you like to introduce yourself? There itself and introduce.
Hi everyone, I am Medley Raj. So I am an advocate profession and I am an artist. So to gain public speaking confidence, in order to achieve that, I am basically, so I came with him. So to do that, I came here and
Thank you. Welcome. Afifa, you please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Afifa Fatima. I am a practicing advocate. I am a cyber lawyer, so anybody who knows can ask me now. I belong. So, I joined Toastmasters. I am currently a guest over here, so I tried to learn more and speak more.
Thank you so much. Today's been a day of advocates joining us. Didi, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I am Giri. I came last week, this is my second time. Feeling a lot more comfortable this time compared to the last week. Thanks to you all. And yeah, I think I came to know about Toastmasters through one of my well-wishers. Yeah, I mean, happy to be here. I'm hoping to meet you all as a member.
Thank you. Deepan?
My name is Deepak. I don't be here at Medley Toastmasters. The last 2 weeks was amazing. Hearing all the speakers, getting the peace of your mind was very good. And the last week was special because I received an award. It makes all the movies to be back there. I'm really looking forward to today's speeches by Toastmasters.
When we remember your Virat Kohli story. Is Rajshekhar? Could you please introduce yourself? Thank you. Yes, could you also please introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. This is Sai Sudhir. I'm from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. I work here in data analytics as a business analyst. And, yeah, this is my second session at it. Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Welcome. Recently, a cousin of mine called in school today. When she spoke, I remember what she told me a year back. A year back, she got an internship at a startup kind of organization. And she used to go there, observe her seniors at work, and come back. And she was telling it's very boring. I just like a piece of furniture. Just like how the professor looks at the chairs and tables, is what he looks at me. He's not even bothered if I come, if I go. He's not even bothered even give me a glance. I just go and come back every day. What's the fun? She was very frustrated. I told her, don't do so. Things will get better as the days go on. A few weeks later, again she called and told me, it's slightly better. Nowadays, the professor teaches me few things here and there. He bothers to explain. And when I asked how, he patiently explains me few things. And then as months passed by, she said, you know what, I'm going to do a small portion of the experiment today. The professor let me do it and was observing me do it and correcting me whenever I went wrong. A few months later, She said, you know what, I did the entire experiment myself. My professor was not even in the lab then. You know how great it feels? She was excited. And last week when she spoke, she said she's going to train the next batch of juniors who have joined her as interns. And that has been the level of learning which she has gone through. So this level of learning has happened through 5 phases. And those 5 phases can be summarized as 5 M's. First M, I model. The professor modeled how a typical work should be done. The second M is I mentor. The professor explained how to do something, how not to do something. The third M is to monitor. The professor made the person do something and monitored how she does it. And the fourth M is to motivate. Here the professor let her do by herself, let her make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. And you also learn from this entire process. And the final M is, any guesses?
Mastery.
Mastery. We go through the entire M's. What was the first M? Model. Second M? Mentor. Third M? Monitor. Fourth M? Motivate. Fifth M? Modesty. Master. Management. What is management? Okay. Any guesses? This is final M. This is the most important M for any organization to grow.
Money.
Money. Of course. But that's not the M here. Motivation is the fourth M. Sorry? Measure. Mission. The organization has to perpetuate itself for years together. Membership. Model. Mindset. Okay. It's multiply. You are a leader and you multiply more leaders to take the organization forward. So what that professor has done is, the professor has trained my cousin and made her a mentor and given her the capability to mentor future generation in that field. So this ability to multiply future leaders is one of the vital skill sets for anybody in any organization as a leader. Let us all try to implement these 5 M's in our daily lives and thrive in whatever we do. Toastmasters International was born it's exactly a century back in 1924 by Professor Alexis Medley. He understood the importance of learning communication and leadership in a supportive environment and started this non-governmental organization, non-profitable organization as a worldwide network of clubs. So here also we typically go through these 5 stages of learning. So initially when a member comes or a guest comes, they will see a person speaking well and they want to model that person. And when they become a member, they get mentored and they get monitored, they're given feedback. And then finally you grow on to become a mentor yourself. So these 5 steps of learning is very much applicable in Toastmasters also. You will see how it works as we go through the meeting today. To take this meeting forward, we have as Toastmaster of the day, Distinguished Toastmaster Sundarama Chintamani. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundarama Chintamani, the twice past president of Medley, twice Distinguished Toastmaster awardee, current district quiz master, and he's a business storyteller. He's an ONGC consultant, and has lots more to take me at least 20 minutes to elaborate. Master of all trades, over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Sundarama.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani, for that wonderful introduction. How are you all today?
Good.
I am not comfortable seeing this vacant seats here. Why not you come and fill up these front seats, the back benches? So let us reserve these back seats for the latecomers, so that the speakers get motivated by seeing a packed audience. Thank you so much for your quick response. I am really happy and privileged, proud to be the Toastmaster of the day, probably after a couple of months. So in every Toastmaster meeting, we have 3 major segments. The first segment talks about the prepared speech segment, wherein some of the members, they go through the project manual, prepare a script, send it to their mentors, get it mentored, and then finally they come and deliver it here. The second segment is known as the impromptu speech segment, which is also known as the table topic session. The third segment is known as the evaluation segment, where the meeting is analyzed, evaluated on multiple parameters by a set of team members. And also in many Toastmaster meetings, we also have a theme. Is a theme a mandatory for any meeting? No, not at all. So in fact, the Toastmaster International never recommends any theme, but we try to identify a theme so that the meeting seems to be an exciting one. So we are able to connect with the different people, different speeches, different genre with one single theme. So today as a Toastmaster of the day, I have also chosen a theme. So this theme is visualization for empowerment. But unfortunately, I think some of us have mistaken this theme. Visualization means trying to foresee myself after 10 years, or try to foresee myself on a stage in front of 10,000 audience. So actually what I meant was very simple: visually telling your words, visually telling your speech, or vivid description, or bring in the visual imagery in front of an audience so that the audience, they are very much they are able to connect with you. So 10 days back or a week back, there was one particular PDF document that was circulated by our president. So to talk about some award given by our District 120. So this award is called Golden Gavel Award, and this Golden Gavel Award is measured in multiple parameters, and our club has scored 81 points, and it is still work in progress. Another 4 points are to be added. But what was actually, when I went through the PDF document, I was a little surprised that one club has achieved amongst almost 200 clubs. Almost 18 clubs only have scored beyond 100, and only around 5 or 6 clubs have crossed beyond 150. And today, amongst all around 200 clubs, Medley is scoring with the top score of 181 points. But this is not visually captured properly because the PDF was another version of an Excel sheet. That's all. So probably, unfortunately, today I could not bring my laptop. Otherwise, I have put it in a different way, in a presentation mode, saying that the trend of the other clubs within our division as well as across the district, and how Medley is shining like an outlier. So that would have given a different kind of perspective. So the moment I saw that PDF, I chose this theme. So whenever you see some raw data or some boring stuff or dry material, if you are able to tell with visual imagery or vivid description, then that reaches the audience. So that is the reason I have chosen this theme, and I request all of you to try to connect with this theme. And also, we will also have something like the theme of the day, word of the day will be there, which will be explained by the grammarian. So today, to evaluate today's proceedings, we have one youngster. So this person has taken up the role of the general evaluator. The general evaluator role is played by Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. Give me a sec. Prasanna Venkatesh is basically a software engineer, and he likes to learn and improve himself consistently. And regarding the theme, he says the visualization helps in his work. So he has understood whatever I explained. So creating blocks and flowcharts before the task help him easily execute the task and attain desired outcome. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh, the general evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Guests. Evaluation is one of the main aspects of Toastmaster meeting. When we receive feedback, we get others' perception. We can put those feedbacks to ourselves and improve. How does giving feedback help? When we give feedback, we can reinforce those points to ourselves, and we make sure we don't make others' mistakes. That is like we learn by teaching. Also, we have a wonderful panel discussion awaiting with evaluation. And coming back to my roles and responsibilities, I am the general evaluator for today's meeting. I will be evaluating right from the starting account, start of the meeting, till the table topic session, till the last table topic speaker
conclude this speech. And to help my evaluation, I have two set of teams. One team is evaluators who will be evaluating individual speakers. I'll be introducing them during my evaluation session. Other set of teams are tag role players. Tag stands for timer, counter, and grammatical. They will be giving reports on timings, the filler words we use, and good usage and bad usage of grammatical errors we make during the stage. Without further ado, I would like to call the tag role players. The first timer is going to be played by Toastmaster Priyadarshini. She's a winner of humorous speech in club and area level. Let's welcome Toastmaster Priyadarshini to extend.
Good afternoon, everyone. So here I am being the timer, and this was the first role when I got into Toastmasters as well, and I love this job because I'm working on my time management, and this will definitely help me to analyze myself as well. So as a timer, I'll be helping the speakers practice expressing a thought within a specific time, and my duty is the prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and speech evaluation during this meeting. The green card qualifies that the qualifying time.
It's there.
Okay. The green card is the qualifying time, and the yellow card is the target time, and the red card is the maximum time. So you have after the red card, you will have 30 seconds to just finish it up. And for the 5 to 7 minute prepared speech, I'll show the green card in 5 minutes, and the yellow card in 6 minutes, and the red card in 7 minutes. You should speak a minimum of 4 minutes 4.30, that is 4.30 minutes to qualify. For evaluators, time is 2 to 3 minutes. The green card is shown in 2 minutes, and the yellow card in 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card at 3 minutes. So you have 30 seconds to finish it up. For table topics, each speaker is encouraged to speak at least 1 to 2 minutes. I'll show the green card at 1 minute, and the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. If you speak under time or over time, more than 30 seconds, you will be disqualified and you are not eligible for the awards. If you speak less than 1 minute, you will be disqualified. So I'll be having this report documented, and I'll get you the report after a meeting. Thank you so much. Over to you.
For the counter, we have new Toastmaster. She did a master's in biotech from Saram University. She's passionate about law of attraction. Her hobbies are reading spiritual books, meditation, and spiritual destination, going to spiritual destination. Her favorite quote is, the more I study, the less I know. Let's welcome Toastmaster Sharma.
Good afternoon, hello Toastmaster and dear guests. As a counter for today's meeting, it's my honor to briefly reflect on speakers' verbal habits. A purpose of our counter is to note down all the filler words, repetitive words speakers use during the meeting. I will note down the overused word like but, will, you know. I will also note down the filling sounds. I will note down when speakers use a repetitive word like I, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times each speaker used this expression. Thank you all. Back to the
For grammarian, we have sports physiotherapist for more than 2 decades. Her hobbies are reading and listening to music. Her favorite quote is, consistency is key. Let's welcome Toastmaster Hema.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, dear guest. As a grammarian, it is my duty my responsibility to pay close attention to the speakers, and I have to listen to their language usage. I will also take a note on improper language they have using during the speaking, and any outstanding words or quotes or sayings or thoughts. So it is my duty to introduce word of the day. So for today's meeting, the word of the day is amiable, which means friendly and pleasing. Amiable, which is friendly and pleasing. For example, Padmanabhan, he is lecturing. He is quite interactive and he is amiable person, meaning you can approach him. So it means that. So each speaker is encouraged to use that word while when they are speaking. I will give the grammarian report at the end of the meeting and then when they call upon. Thank you. Just one minute.
Thank you. I'll be back during the evaluation session. Now I hand over the stage to the team. Thank you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Mr. Venkatesh, for introducing your team members and explaining the purpose of this particular segment known as evaluation. In most of the speeches or the speakers come across stories. And what are stories? Any short definition? What are stories? Sequence of events. Brilliant. So actually we have different scenes and then they are all switched together. So not only that, they are not mere sequence of events. Within two sequences, the author or the storyteller also goes in depth and vividly describes about a character, about a place, and that is where through that kind of explanation, he is transporting the entire audience to his story or her story. So that is the significance of vivid descriptions and visual imagery. So now let's try to get into the first segment of our Toastmaster meeting, that is the prepared speech segment. So today before I call upon the first speaker, let me call upon the evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster Pearl, to give the project objectives for the first speaker.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, Toastmaster Ramesh is delivering the speech from the pathway Dynamic Leadership Level 1, Speech 1. It's an icebreaker, so timer note, timing is 4 to 6 minutes. Title of the speech is My Life is Fun and Filled with Joy. The purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and also learn the basic structure of a public speech. So all the best to my speaker. Thank you.
Our first speaker for today is Toastmaster Ramesh. He has been a member in Medley for quite some time, and for some time he has taken a break, and now he is back. And incidentally, he is also my college junior, chemical engineer, and joined a multinational automation company and doing great in his professional career. So please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you, BTM Sundaram sir. கோடையில் ஒரு நாள் மழை வரலாம் கோலத்தில் இனிமேல் வருமோ. Even on a hot summer day, rain may fall, but the happiness or the beauty will ever come to my life. That's how life, treat a lot of others. But it's for me, it's also been a lot of happy moments. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I would like to share my happy moments, fast-forwarding moments, which helps to be a positive environment through this my speech. Let me go through this. Okay, let me start my story. Everyone needs a role model in life. For me, it's my dad. A friend, philosopher and guide throughout my life. He came to Chennai with no money, ran a small provisional store. But what inspired me a lot is he gave a lot of importance to his education. Although both my dad and mom just finished 10th standard, but they give a lot of importance to education. That's how we all grown up. And unfortunately, my mom recently passed away. And even though she's not here, but the happiness or the amiable, she's an amiable nature person. She used to make friends, any strange person, very within a fraction of first conversation. That's the beauty. Even I also carry that particular personality traits in me always. I miss you really, mom. Coming to my siblings, both my elder brother and younger sister, they are my biggest inspiration in my life. They are settled and happy living now. Coming to my spouse, she is from Pondicherry. Spouse name is Gauri, and she did MPhil English Literature from Pondicherry University. I'm such a gifted person, I would say. I hope the recording is on. Have two loved sons, very blessed. More than what we teach, I learned a lot from them. Elder son Deepak Kumar, very quiet in nature. Younger son, quite opposite, very bubbling with a lot of energy. Coming to my education, I share the same education career. Sometimes I feel even the shirt what sometimes he wears, actually I also have the same shirt. A lot of coincidence, I follow his path many times, like he's also having motorcycle card, I'm also having motorcycle card. A few years back, he stayed in Gandhinagar, second main road, I'm first main road. Lot of coincidence, I can prepare one speech exclusively for this, how this coincidence knowingly or unknowingly is happening. When I was doing M.Tech in ACTech Anna University, he was my external mentor. Because of that, I will thank you to DDM sir. Because of that, I could get gold medal from that college. That's one of the proudest moment, I would say. Moving on, my learning is never ending. I did 1 year executive MBA program from IIM Bangalore, and now currently I'm pursuing a PhD in chemical engineering part-time from IIT Madras. So for me, life is a continuous learning. That's how I put it in action, and that's how it goes. With respect to my profession, I'm the product director for Honeywell Food Sustainability Plus software. I'm on a mission in building a world-class product for a sustainable future. This doesn't come very easy. I started my career at the age of 18, worked in a process plant as a plant operator for 10 years. After that, I stepped into Honeywell. I've been with Honeywell for 18 years, played multiple roles. Every 3 years, I got an opportunity and all because of a lot of mentors around me. That's really helped. One mentor I would like to highlight is Ravi Krishnan Srinivasan, who was my mentor throughout my career, and because of his support, I could achieve this greatest milestone. Last year, I got the prestigious award for Animal. Apart from education and professional career, I would touch upon a few things. Another passion why I feel Toastmasters, again, lot of coincidence. I joined Toastmasters in the year 2006. You are also at that same period. So more than 1.5 decades, on and off, I used to be there. One good thing, whenever I am part of the Toastmasters, my trajectory grows. I believe this time it also happens. I used to take part a lot of events in the Honeywell Toastmasters Club. I held 2 to 3 terms as a president in my club. This was my first Toastmasters ExCom, and I did Sudha Balaji, you can see in that the contest which I conducted. Moving on, I also have a passion of handwriting. I learned calligraphy, and in Bangalore, when I was in Bangalore, I conducted some handwriting class to the neighboring apartments, and this is one of the joyous occasion I would share. I took them for a barbecue nation. We had a nice time. And in my early days at Honeywell, I used to participate and conduct the community services club. Those memories are really heartfelt ones. I still feel that. Even now, every week, every year, we have this community club, and I used to be participating in that. It's good actually. With us, looking at all these experiences, what I see is I am the catalyst who helps people to improve their happiness index. In Muthu's movie, there is a song when I started with the song, I want to end with the song. வாழச் சொல்வது இயற்கையடா வாழ்வில் துன்பம் செயற்கையடா. That means nature urges us to live happily. All sorrows are man-made. So go forth and spread happiness wherever you go. Thank you.
Imagine 40 plus years of a person has got the 44 decades of experience, trying to share his life experience in 4.5 minutes. Is that possible? That was possible because of the writing. So it is because of the power of visualization. He was able to power pack his entire life history. Give a big round of applause. Fantastic job. Now let's move on to the second speaker. Again, before calling the second speaker, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Kalyani to come and read out the objectives of the second speaker.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. My channel speaker is Amrita Valli. She is going to deliver her second speech in level 4. The purpose of the speech is to practice applying feedback and evaluation in any club meeting. And also, it helps her to demonstrate her ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech. Over to the speech.
Our second speaker, Toastmaster Amrita Valli, shortly called as Amrita. She is a software engineer with a focus on software quality assurance and testing. She has been working with US and India in quality assurance roles. Currently, she is the Director of HR and Admin at Podagage India Private Limited, and she loves reading. And her favorite authors are Jane Austen and Sumpa Nagari. She enjoys psychology-based non-fiction books. She loves the city of Chennai and its history. And regarding today's theme, to succeed in any task, we need self-confidence and positive mindset, and visualization motivates us by providing the positive mindset. Money matters, Toastmaster Amrita Valli. Toastmaster Amrita Valli, money matters.
I want to share a personal story about a friend of mine. She was widowed at the age of 38. Her husband died of a very sudden heart attack, and she was left to cope with taking care of 2 children, 12 and 17. Even though friends and family helped her cope with the tragedy, it was really her proactive financial planning that helped her to stay independent till today. Thankfully for her, her husband had retirement investments, emergency funds, a good term life insurance plan. Till today, she is independent and continuing her life and taking care of her children. We all hear events like this in our friends and family circle. And when we do that, it makes us think about the priorities in our life. Our health, our relationships, and our mind. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Recently, I embarked on a journey to take control of my finances. Today, I want to share with you some of that wisdom. The credit for this wisdom goes to Ms. Monica Hallen. She is an author on personal finance. She's very popular on YouTube and Twitter. There are so many things we can learn about savings, budgets, investments, retirement, etc. But today, I'm going to talk about just one topic. The first one, the fundamental one, savings. When I think about my own journey with savings, it goes like this. Every month I get a salary in my account. I spend money and pay all my bills. Once that is done, I'm too reluctant and lazy to go and do anything more for investing or saving. Plus, I don't know where I want to invest in. The only thing I know about is the fixed deposit. We all know that it doesn't even keep up with inflation. So eventually I don't do anything and the money gets spent. There is nothing to save. I think a lot of people have a similar story. In order to address this problem, what we need to do is we need a proper cash flow system. We need 3 accounts in our bank and we need to give them specific names. So we open 3 accounts and we give them names. Our income account, our spend it account and the invest it account. These 3 accounts will help us following it. Now, what is an income account? An income account is something where you get your salary, any other income. So what are forms of income are there? You could be getting a bonus or a FD matured dividend interest, or you would get cash gifts from friends and family. Maybe you get a tax refund. So any kind of income should go into your income account. There is a saying which goes, Sirithuli Perivellam. What it means is little droplets of water added to the whole ocean. And this is so true of money. So make sure every bit of your income goes into your income account. Now, once we get the salary, we have to pay our bills. We have to live our monthly expenses. We have to move some money from our income account to the spend it account. How much? So let's come up with a budget. It does not have to be exact. Just think about your main expenses, EMI, petrol, medical costs, eating out, credit card bill. Don't forget mobile bill, OTT subscriptions, right? So come up with a number and move this money from your income account to your spend it account. Now you have your income, you have the money to pay all your bills. Go ahead and pay all the bills from your spend it account. What do we do now? We got the income, we paid our bills. Now is the crucial part. Whatever money you have left in your income account, move it into your invest it account, your final account. Now that will be your savings. You work hard all month and that money you have set aside for your future self, for your retirement. The money in this investing account, sacred fact. You will not touch it. It is for your future. Now, a very important rule about this 3 account system is never move your money from the invest it account to the spend it account. That's not allowed. Okay? So, regarding, there is a simple rule for figuring out how much money goes where. It's called the 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule. What it means is, you take 50% of the money, your take-home salary, that you can spend on your spending expenses each month, your living expenses each month. Then, you take 30% of your take-home salary and set it aside for all your EMI payouts. These are the important expenses in your life, a car or a house, the most important things. So set aside 30% of your take-home salary and that is for your EMI. And then the remaining 20% you should set for your savings. This is a pretty lofty goal for most people, but you can start anywhere. Even 10% is okay. Some months even 5% is okay. But always save. You should save a minimum of 15 or a maximum of at least 20% on your investment. Once you start saving money like that, it is available for you. After a few months, you can set aside money for your emergency fund. And then you can think about investing it. Those are all for a different session. So now what we have done essentially with this 3 account system is, we have separated our spending and our savings. And this gives us, this helps us to save for the future and go on. In the last 6 months, in the last few months, what I have learned after listening to this author is, I have learned to set up the pre-account system. I managed to set up emergency funds, and I managed to set up a systematic investment plan for my investment, and I even learned how to invest in sovereign gold bonds. And you all should be doing this too. Everyone should be doing this. Nobody knows how long anybody is going to live and how much money we need for the retirement. But we can all start somewhere. There are so many calculators and online tools available. If you have a sound financial plan, you will be able to take care of yourself in your retirement, and you will be able to take care of your family in your absence. So let's all educate, empower ourselves so that we can live our golden years without fear or worry. All the best, everyone. Thank you.
So now today in the prepared seeds segment, we had different levels of projects. Someone started with the icebreaker, and then someone started with the middle path, and now we are moving towards an advanced level project. To deliver this project, we have a young Toastmaster. Before I introduce her, may I invite the distinguished Toastmaster Guru Prasad to spell out the objectives of the third speaker. Over to Guru.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Good afternoon, everybody. Normally in meetings, the member comes here to present a speech, but today it's different. Our member, namely Toastmaster Jayashree, will be coming here to make certain others present a speech. This is nothing but moderating a panel discussion. So the objective of her project is to let her use all her public speaking and leadership skills to moderate a panel discussion. Timer, the time limit as per agenda is 30 minutes. Over to you.
Thank you, Professor. So let me give an intro about our third speaker, Toastmaster Jayashree, a multitasking maestro. She has got two faces like a Vacha. Daytime, she is a product manager and a product coach, weaving strategies like a wizard. By night, she transforms into fitness guru, grooving to the rhythm of life with her love for music. Don't be surprised if you catch her passionately cheering for cricket, her favorite sport, or as she calls it, the ultimate stress relief strategy. Over to Toastmaster Jayashree and our team of panel of evaluators. Panel. What evaluation? Toastmaster Jayashree.
It's time for me to have the panelists for today's panel discussion. Very first panelist, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, Toastmaster Priyadashni Bredur, Toastmaster Satya, and Toastmaster Jay. Timer, you can start the timer. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Yes. A warm welcome to the panelists. In Toastmasters, we delve into the world of communication. And in that, one of the significant, important, or crucial element is speech evaluation. And within evaluation, providing constructive feedback is definitely a skill. And the art of speech evaluation by itself is truly an art over here. Today on this topic of the art of speech evaluation, we have the esteemed panelist here who are going to throw us some insights that is going to help us in all of our lives. I'm sure by the end of this meeting, we're going to take few points that which we will incorporate in our upcoming evaluations, in personal as well as in professional life. All set. I'll kick off this panel discussion. Let me kick off this panel discussion with a question to my panelists. What do you think is one of the key skills for a speech evaluator. And why? Let me go ahead with the first panelist, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham. But before that, I want to give an introduction about me, of course. So distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham is a communication veteran in the industry for about 4 decades. A past district 82 PR manager, past Medley president, my mentor, and of course, not to forget that, he's been into the division stage the 14 times across all the genres and formats. So over to you, sir. What do you think is one of the most important skills for a speech evaluator and why?
Thank you very much. Very interesting topic, such a lot. Just like any other communication, for an evaluator also, the first decision he has to take is, am I going to Ooty or I'm going to Kanyakumari? Accordingly, I have to pack my bag. When I pack my bag as an evaluator, at the contest stage, I look at creating an impression. I look at my speech being dazzling. I look at winning the cup. Simple. Whereas when it comes to the club, I have an object. I have a task given to me of being of use to the speaker. Tell the speaker, show the areas, the warts, the defects that nobody will tell you, which the person cannot see himself. That, to me, friends, is my responsibility. At the same time, I'm also a human. I also want to look good, be seen as a good speaker, so I also create a facade. Question is, how much the facade and how much the actual building? That is the tough. That's my initiating answer to you.
Well, that's something very amiable to listen to it. Then how to package the overall speech in terms of what content that which an evaluation should have and how do we actually already present it. With that, I want to take the same question to the second panelist, Toastmaster Priyadharshini Vellore. Before that, again, a quick introduction about her. Toastmaster Priyadharshini Vellore has been an HR professional, now associated with an NGO. Not just that, with her on stage, when she's on stage for evaluation, it's always elegance built. And she's one of the true champions from Medley. She has won the first runner-up. She's been the first runner-up in the division stage, the evaluation contest, not once but twice in 2021 and 2023. With all this introduction, let's hear it from our second panelist, Toastmaster Priyadharshini. Let us know what is one skill that which you feel is most important for a speech evaluator.
Thank you. This is a very important question. When we talk about evaluation, we say you motivate. Evaluation is the main purpose here is to motivate the speaker. When I tell a speaker, before I say anything to him or her, I should know what it is. When I say you need to bring right posture, have the right stance, right spacing, pace. When I say that to a speaker, I must know what it is when I say this is the right way. So I would definitely say that some kind of nuances, awareness, knowledge, experience are needed when you go and evaluate. The reason being, when a speaker takes weeks, months to prepare, and I'm given a chance to evaluate, it is my duty to give an honest feedback, especially when it comes to recommendation. When we play, that's when the crucial game plays, it is playing. When I tell if you could have done this or that, we need to set an example by giving him what would have been right instead of A, B, C, you could have taken this X, Y, Z. How your speech would have been still better if you have brought in, some conflict or some humor. When I say all these things, I must know what is the right technique needed to put that instead of A, B, C or X, Y, Z. So this is one criteria I would like to give to the speakers.
Yeah, got it. I think it's more about also demonstrating what has to be corrected or what needs to be done better from an evaluator so that the speaker also understands what could be done better the next time. That's a good thing to know. Now, the third panelist here, when she comes onto the stage and when she gives evaluation, our self-esteem goes high. And I have been on the receiving end twice or thrice, and that's one of the motivational speaker, best motivational speaker, a passionate public speaker, a dental doctor by profession. Not just that, by data, if you look into the last 6 months, the Medley meetings, she has won the best evaluator award, the maximum number of times. That's Toastmaster Sandhya here. Toastmaster Sandhya, what do you think according to you is one of the most important skills for a speech evaluator?
Thank you, Jayashree. The most important skill, according to me, for an evaluator is listening skill. To listen not to the speaker with a bias, to listen to the speech. The evaluator should put all the attention, all the senses, 100% to the story, the content, the nuances, the body language, the gesture, the eye contact of the speaker, not as a person, as a speaker, and without any bias should listen to them 100%. This is of course a skill. So why do we call it as a skill? Because the evaluator is also a human. At a given point of time, 90,000 thoughts run in an evaluator's mind. So the evaluator should say no to the 90,000 thought and should pay the complete focus on the one thought that is delivered by the speaker. So this has to be a training for the evaluator. So according to me, the one skill for an evaluator is active listening skill.
Okay, got it. I think that's the clear takeaway for us here. One is like how do we package this? The second one is like how do we set an example as an evaluator? Third one is like key active listening skills. Now it's time for us to hear the answer from our fourth panelist here. We have Toastmaster Jagan, a passionate Toastmaster since 2016. He's an IT professional, musician, but not the least, last but not the least, he's a second runner-up in the evaluation contest, in the inaugural evaluation contest of District 120. That's Toastmaster Jagan. Your thoughts on the question?
Sandhya took words from my mouth. I had written my answer is listen. She must have. No, I'm kidding. So, since she spoke about the primary skill is to listen, there's one thing that I want to steal from her thought. She mentioned body language, eye contact, all that. To add to that, what is that pattern? Why is the speaker delivering the speech? If somebody talks about, I'm a cancer patient, why are they delivering that speech? What courage that they have? What's the courage? Why is there must be something personal? So that comes from active listening. Kudos to Sandhya for bringing it up. The second skill I want to talk, so since she has spoke about the primary skill, the second thing that I see is being truthful and empathetic. How can I be truthful and empathetic at the same time? I can be honest, but I cannot be brutal. I can be to the extent of giving a recommendation of repeat the speech. But how do I deliver by saying, no, you could have done this better? As Priya was saying, how do I motivate and guide that person to be able to deliver that speech again? Because it's a tremendous task to deliver a speech again. So how can I package my speech so that I'm truthful, at the same time I'm empathetic, which comes in the more, which comes when we spend more of our time listening. And the more we listen, the more we can communicate being truthful and empathetic. This is something that I have found. Whenever I evaluate a speech, I make sure, although I have incredible urge to say this is a wonderful speech, awesome speech, oh, I've never seen speeches like this, I make sure to not do that. How truly I felt. That I feel to be able to communicate truthfully and empathetically is the second skill apart from listening.
Okay, fantastic one over here. We just saw the trials right now. Right? We have gotten the key takeaways already. This is not rehearsed. The questions are fresh. Whatever you're hearing for the first time is what I'm also hearing from these people for the first time. So it's not like a reality show wherein it's already rehearsed, but all fresh. So I think we all need to have some good takeaways at the end of this meeting. So without much ado, let's get in the mains. So Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, Thomas, sir, for you, what are the key elements that needs to be present in an informative speech evaluation, especially for a project speech? What are the key elements that needs to be present as part of the speech, evaluation speech?
Sure. Perfect. Allow me to just take a few seconds to add on to something very significant that came up in that build-up between the two of you, which is what do you get out of this? That's what you mean. There is the tertiary level, physical, this happened kind of a thing. But there's also an underlying story. I think Jagan, for lack of time, didn't go into that. That's one of his pet topics. What is the story one? He said that. So I quite agree with that. We often tend to stay with the 3-dimension and forget the 4th dimension. So just adding a small little. As to if it is an informative speech, emotion is not the key. That's the first thing I knock off. If it's an informative speech, I will look at how clearly things were brought up, how relevant the topic is, like today's topic was money. Who doesn't want money? Third, clarity, relevance, and third, originality, if I can, if I'm looking at the higher echelons of giving a thing, and fourth, how logically things are brought out. Remember, if it's a material kind of thing, it's easy to bring in the logic, the transition. I will look at these.
Awesome. Speakers, here is a hint from an evaluator. Logic, relevance, clarity. Oh, why not? So I think the next time when someone is going to give a speech also from an evaluator angle, these are things that which an evaluator might have in mind when they do an evaluation. With that, I want to slightly move here to you, Toastmasters, Sandhya. You've been a motivational speaker, a positive influencer, and all that. So we want to understand, how do you actually sandwich this positive feedback and the constructive criticisms during your evaluations?
The evaluation is an art and science mixed together. The evaluator, as Jagan said, should motivate as well, very empathetically convey the mistakes without hurting the feelings and denting the self-image of the speaker there. It can be done with only one way. It has to start with the intent of the evaluator. The intent, the motive, the insight of the evaluator. They should be genuinely interested in the growth of the speaker. Say for example, the hen has to lay eggs, the cow has to give milk. But everybody loves dogs. Dogs doesn't do anything, but everybody loves dogs. Why? Because the dogs have the ability to genuinely be interested in the owner. So to me, evaluator, the first and foremost quality is genuinely be interested in the growth of the speaker. That intent insight will turn out your words, will make your body language, will help your gestures to be very positive when you deliver. We deliver outside based on what is inside. When the inside is very clean, pure, noble, with clean intent, that comes out or expresses out in the form of the right words, form of the right eye contact, form the smile, and evaluators have to smile with a smile and the right body gestures. With that put together, the evaluator can never hurt the feelings of the speaker. Any feedback, any criticism can easily be sandwiched like the cheese inside the bread.
Oh, awesome. I think we got the secret ingredient of your evaluation here. Knowing that, I want to move to Toastmaster Priya here. So, whenever I see your evaluation in club, opening and the conclusion, what you bring in your evaluation speech stands out. So, I want to understand, or probably if you want to give some tips for the beginners, do you have any framework or approaches that which they have to have when they give an evaluation speech?
So what is evaluation? Evaluation is a way to serve your speaker and all those who are listening to you. So when there are people listening to you, it's an utmost duty of an evaluator to add value to the speaker's speech because he has put so much time, it's his personal story or something, sharing all of us. Yes, as you said, everyone have their style. And when I was listening to different types of evaluators, and I felt the best way to approach is start with a very positive note because it's not just making him happy, it's also making me happy that I'm adding more something to this existing speech. So it's not, there is nothing hard and fast rule that you have to add a quote or anything like of your choice. If there are a few questions or if you want to add any quotes, it's your choice. But I would always see if it is aligned to that story. My start should always align to that story. If I'm bringing any kind of creativity, it should be adding value to that story, not just to take away the time. So the creativity has to add value to this the speaker's speech, and that's the first thing I keep in my mind when I start or close, because the starting and close should have a positive impact.
Right. Okay, fantastic one. I think now I got to know why there is always something different when Priya gives an evaluation when compared to others. It's her own style, but at the end she was also mentioning that there is a thin line within which that needs to be also packed up. To you, Jagan, here. So, how do you think an evaluator can confine, or probably their feedback can be relevant to the speaker's goal for that specific project?
Read the manual. I will expand on it. So whenever I deliver an evaluation, even if I were to come to the meeting, I'm not prepared, I'll keep the manual ready. At least half cooked, it has to be half cooked at least. So I make sure after being mentored for so many years, I've understood, okay, manual is very, very important. What it does is it gives certain or many pointers for us to look forward into a particular speech, especially let's say it's a project speech. I'm sure Guru would have read the moderate panel discussion manual today, and he's going to bring up points that even Jayashree might have missed. That is how we make sure that our project evaluation is in line with the project in itself. So if your question is limited to the project evaluations, then my answer ends there.
For now, yes.
Yeah. Reading the manual is the secret sauce.
It's more like Bible to us. When an evaluator is going to evaluate a speech or a
Correct.
project.
Not just the objective, also the guidelines.
Guidelines.
Then we could also read manual from cover to cover. There are points at the introduction part itself. Even if there is one word, oh, communication is this. Are these present in the speech? My evaluation would be much above the others.
Got it. Great. Thank you. So now again to you, Priya. What do you think are, what are some of the common pitfalls that the evaluator should avoid?
Number one, Toastmasters, they have very good statement. I came to know when I joined Toastmasters, the biggest fear is public speaking. The second biggest fear is people fearing that they'll be embarrassed on the stage or before the public. So even if there are any such blind spots, do not say it openly in front of the crowd. Have a private chat and you can discuss that. That's number one. That is why Toastmasters always bringing sandwich technique, saying give the positive first and last and bring the recommendation so that the whole package looks more of positive. So number one is don't tell the not so good side openly, let it be very subtle with a smile on your face. If there is something you want him to improve, let it be after the meeting. The number 2 is repeating. If you have covered some points and you're trying to repeat the same again and again, it's waste of time. So let us not repeat the statements that you have already made. I think these are very simple things where you can take it off.
Got it. I want to hear the answer for the same question from you, D.T.M. Thomas, sir. What do you think some of the common pitfalls that the evaluator should avoid?
I will make it short so that I can add a little more to the second round which didn't come to me as well. One is, summarizing what the speaker said. That is questioning the intelligence of all of us, right? We must see like an X-ray what led to what, and don't say that this was, he said that, he said that. That's, to me, it saves a lot of time. What I wanted to really add, I have some very strong views about management. Without knowing the question, how can we give the answer? Without knowing the question, how can I evaluate and say this evaluate was better than this evaluator? I submit to you, XCOM, dear XCOM, can you circulate the manual in the group so that at least some people out of boredom, sheer boredom, will read it and come? I cannot tell you, I know this for a fact. I don't want to say which sector. Many people do not read the manual, speakers included. Those people are wasting their $60. I will tell them better. So manual, I think, is the key. Even the audience, I think, for ourselves, our benefit, it will be a good idea to read. Because when our turn comes, we will be better off. That's, I've been wanting to say that. Thank you. I couldn't think of a better place or a better time. Thank you.
We heard you, sir. Yeah, definitely. To you, Toastmasters Sandhya, how can Toastmasters use evaluation as a tool for the personal as well as professional development?
There are many ways by which the prepared speech helps the Toastmaster, TT speech helps the Toastmaster, and evaluation also helps the Toastmaster. Since majority of them are leaders in your own profession, to me evaluation stimulates something called critical thinking. So that element of the leadership quality of critical thinking, allowing the direction of your thoughts to see it differently, just not into the content of the speech. We are not there to analyze the content of the speech, but something else. How was this gestures? What is the intent? Why is the speech selected? It is just not the content at all. So it stimulates critical thinking ability for the evaluator. 2, creative thinking. Both creative thinking and critical thinking ability for the evaluator can improvise along with the listening skill ability. All 3 leadership qualities can definitely enhance for the evaluator and help him in the personal and the professional life.
Great, thank you for that. Jagat, you are being into evaluation, you have been there in contests, you have won that, you have also done evaluation in club meetings. What do you think is the difference between you as an evaluator at a club meeting and then when you go for a contest as an evaluator? I don't know, after this I'm going to ask Priya because
We are all together different people.
But yeah, let me share it.
I want to win at the club level too.
Same here. Same
Which
there.
means if I'm a speech evaluator, I want to win. I'm disappointed at the end of the day if somebody wins the level. Last time Ramesh won it. I remember who beat me in the evaluation. It's the same. The competitive edge is the same. However, as I want to go with D.T.M. Thomas's first answer, what is the syllabus? The exam is the same, but the syllabus is different. The syllabus for a contest is the speaker wants to inspire me, inspire the audience. Has the speaker inspired me? The contest syllabus is different. But when it comes to the club level, the syllabus is my project manual. This is the basic difference, and that creates a lot of difference when we are on stage. So on stage, when I'm on a club meeting, I'm not fancy. There is a possibility that I'm fancy on a contest stage because
that is specifically for a contest, that is for me to win. But on a club, I'm not as fancy, I don't use the stage as much, I don't increase my vocal variety, this and that. I'm not dramatic in a club meeting. But I still want to win. But I'm not as much as I'm on a contest stage. So that, the basic difference is the syllabus, and two, how I deliver my speech. Both of them are different.
Yes, adding more to it. But yeah, when it comes to club, we study the syllabus well. When we go to a bigger stage, we make our fundamentals strong. You know, that really matters. That was told by many seniors to me, that make your fundamentals strong. That matters. Don't look for something, you know, which is skyrocketing. You know, keep yourself strongly rooted. Then even the toughest may look very simple and you'll be able to handle it. And when you go to a bigger stage, we have to be dramatic because the stage demands it. And you cannot just stand in one place. The stage demands that kind of energy, and that vibe is felt. That whole environment will be that, and you yourself will be exhibiting it. So it's different when you're in club and you go to a bigger stage.
Got it. Quickly, so as she said, the stage demands it. I am the king or queen on that stage. But in a club, I cannot be like that. In a club contest, if I'm that, then I'm putting myself on a pedestal and then saying, oh, please listen to me or not. That would become like I'm giving commandments to someone. That should not be, and that comes to Sandhya's point, am I genuinely interested in the speaker's growth, or do I want to be?
I want to plug in just one more part with what has just been said, which is more generic. A table-topic speaker, who does he want to make the king, as you say, himself or each speaker? The objective is to make each speaker feel good. Similarly, I believe, I don't know, I've not discussed with anybody, it just came to me just now. In a speech and an evaluation, who is the sun? Who is the moon? Who is the king? I think evaluatories are tertiary satellite. I think the hero, it's a thought, it could be argued because I've not heard about it either. I think the speaker is the central point. I am a subsidiary. Therefore, honestly, this thing about winning, it's there, like I said, as a human, but I think the first, my first responsibility is to give the maximum benefit in terms of feedback to the speaker. Of course, over chai I can do it, but it's not the same thing.
That's a clear distinction that we try to see in terms of how do we give evaluation in a club versus a contest, all that. Okay, a quick wrap up of things, whatever we discussed so far, considering the time. First, want to thank you all for being a wonderful panelist for this session.
By not overshooting and getting you disqualified.
This has been a fantastic discussion on the art of speech evaluation. I would be personally happy if every one of you have at least one key takeaway at the end of this meeting that you're going to take forward the next time when you get onto the stage and give speech evaluation. Right? That would be the success of this panel discussion. With that being said, effective evaluation is always a cornerstone of Toastmasters meeting. By giving positive, constructive feedback in the most efficient way, I'm sure we all going to grow as speakers and also as leaders. Thank you so much once again. Thank
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayashree, for that brilliant panel discussion. I think a lot of homework has undergone, and we could see so much of knowledge nuggets from the panelists. Give them a big round of applause. Timer, can you please read out the qualified speakers from the prepared speech segment? Just the names.
Toastmaster Amitavalli, Toastmaster Jayashree.
Toastmaster Amitavalli and Toastmaster Jayashree, please vote for the best speaker. Okay, now next segment is going to be a different segment, the most exciting segment called table topic. Before that, let me share something. How many of you use this Google map while you are driving? How many? So this Google map always provides two kind of information. On the right side, you have all the textual information. On right side, the left side, the right side, you have the map with the diagrams, and then it also gives an indication of the traffic, etc. On the left side, it gives a detailed description of the traffic, right? So at what speed you have to travel, at what distance you have to take the right turn, at what distance you have to again take the left turn. So everything in detail. But which one you are comfortable with? Map or the textual? Right. So that, yes.
The survey is showing some wrong information. It's showing all the speakers plus some speaker who did not even perform today.
Oh, the ballot?
The ballot, yeah.
Okay.
Can the person
Please put the
responsible for the
corrections.
ballot correct it? I'm getting 4 names with the TD master as well.
Right, now let's move on to the next segment, the table topic segment. The table topic segment will be handled by a person who has gone to the division podium finisher, Toastmaster Pravina Shira. A quick intro about Pravina. So basically, she has shared her thoughts about the theme. Regarding the visualization aspect, she said that an apt example is storytelling or novels which capture the imagination of the audience and readers alike. We are just transported into the land of the storyteller and the author, depending on how descriptive or imaginative he can be. Want to agree with more? Please put your hands to welcome the topic master. The division level runner-up, Toastmaster Pravina.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
So we have come to one of the most exhilarating session, which is feared and loved by all. So just to reiterate the rules for the benefit of the guests who have come here in good numbers, table topic is an impromptu speech session wherein I will be giving a topic to the person who will be called over here, and immediately or take a few 5 to 10 seconds time by which you need to speak on the topic. It is for 1 to 2 minutes with a grace time of 30 seconds. The timer will show the green card at 1 minute, amber at 1.5, and at 2 minutes she will show the red card. There is a grace time of 30 seconds, but that will not be intimated to you. So you have to assume when the 30 seconds is going to get over and finish it before 2 minutes 30 seconds, if at all you reach that level. Otherwise, it will lead to your unfortunate disqualification in spite of you having performed very nicely. Normally, if you go to contests, the topics are all based on quotes, idioms, etc. But at club level, we try to do different things, different approaches, just to make things interesting and to have variety. Because that is also a challenge for us to do something out of the ordinary, because it really gets the creative juices flowing even better. And this is home for us, and home is a place where we try everything different because we are comfortable in this place. So today, I have got some pictures from newspapers and articles. Some of these pictures you might know what it is, some you may not know. So initially, I will show the picture to everyone and then call a speaker, be it a guest or a Toastmaster. If you already know what that picture denotes, I would request that you try to be creative and bring about a different version of that picture over here. And if you don't know what the picture means, whatever you say is good enough. Okay? Is it clear to everyone what I mentioned? Okay, so we'll start with the first one. Okay, the first one. Can you all see?
people at the back can also see it? Yeah? Okay. I think this is relatively easy. So can I have any volunteer? Any volunteer, preferably people who have not done a role. Any volunteer? Pravda, yes. Toastmaster Pravda.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm not a reader of newspapers, so initially when she introduced how she's going to conduct, I thought I'm not going to answer anything. But since this picture was very familiar, it shows a mom and a child meditating. The past few months I'm meditating in the morning, so I thought I will volunteer for this topic. So I have joined the early morning meditation class, and it will start exactly at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I have to wake up at 4:45, and sometimes even if there is no meditation class, automatically I wake up at 4:45, and I feel that the entire day I feel very brisk, and I am a multitasker, I have lots of other duties, so I'm feeling that I'm highly energetic after undergoing this meditation class. So I recommend everyone, please do meditation. It helps us a lot, especially when we have full day tasks to be completed. So I highly recommend meditation for the welfare of our mind, health, and physical work. Over to the TV.
Sorry, I just have one doubt. This is part of my active listening speech. Should an evaluator come in? That's okay?
He will evaluate.
Oh, okay. Fine. Thank you, Pravda. I was always wondering how come Pravda is always a very cool person. In spite of having a lot of commitments, I always see that she is balanced. Now we know the secret behind Pravda's balance, being cool and being calm. So definitely, yes, Pravda, all of us should definitely do meditation. Even if we cannot come to the level that you are in, we can definitely try. Thank you. The next picture. Can you all see? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah? Okay, so I would like to call a guest. Can I call guest Vijay Raj?
Thanks so much for calling me. It's such an honor to stand before you all and to talk about what I see right now. All I see is a double picture standing there and a man with a suit and two tires. I don't really know what to talk about it. It's like it has three topics, right? Tires, a man with a suit, and a dog. So I'm going to choose the topic dog, right? So I have a double picture. So I train him every day. So what I learned by training my dog is that no matter what we go through last night or the previous day, yesterday is a lesson, what we have today is a lesson, right? So what I teach to my dog, like the same things, right? I teach my dog the same thing, the same routine. But what he do is that no matter how bad he did last night or the previous day, he does the same thing with mistakes or without mistakes. So what I learned is that no matter how bad we was last day, the previous day, we should be constantly doing the same thing in order to achieve a certain point in our life. Or if it makes sense, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it. Speak about time. No.
Oh, that's fine. If dog is enough,
Yeah.
that's enough. Thank you, Vijay Raj. Because of late I see there are a lot of dog lovers, and especially the place where we stay, I think there are more dogs than human beings in our locality. So it is really becoming a trend, but I would definitely request people to adopt more of our dogs rather than go for breeds. So if the number of dog lovers are increasing, I think it would be great if we can. And you know what? They actually learn better than Dobermans and Labradors because inherently it's an Indian and it can be very smart. So this is the next. I confuse her. Got it? Okay. So may I call Shri Jai Anand? Who says spices are only for ladies?
As the topic states, spices, as it's been called me that it is only for ladies, and gents also has some spices in their lives. Yes, spice, which gives, we have spices in our life, which gives our view or commonly an enthusiastic environment of positive mindset and achievable mindset for daily routine or daily work or any situations to handle with, or life is a life without spice, or a spice which I mean which is challenges or as we say, it is a critical thinking, as Thomas said, or panelists say, it is the spice which eliminate or decides our critical thinking and more of such things. Thanks.
Thank you, Shri Jai Anand. Nothing can be more spicier in life than attending table topics. Can you see this? Okay. You want me to come there and show back people? Okay. Can I call Toastmaster Abhirami?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and Daniels. So, topic is candle. Just show some different kinds of candle. Candle gives, like a candle basically used for many occasions, like decorations. It looks good when we have a candlelight dinner. So nowadays, flavored candles are coming with which smells good, makes our moods better. And then after that, birthdays and all becoming festivals, candles are used very, like in all places candles are used. Like relating to my professions, making candle business in a small scale industries also. In villages, it's become nowadays very trending business, like flavored candles, colored candles, everything. I do have few clients for making candles, and even they export that candle also. And then candle like some I heard some like some examples with like some products with the candle like candle melts, it's melting it and making it making and giving the light. So like that, even when we have to like make some light now, others like it's better to allow.
You so very well explained about candle, the humble candle, what all it can be done, and it's a small scale industry, so major income. So you also said you have clients. So like a humble idli, the humble candle also has gone places now. Thank you. Okay, so I'm sure I'm going to get many volunteers for this, but I'm going to pick the person. Okay, can I call guest Fatima, please?
Hi.
Would you like to see it once again?
No, hi everyone. I guess I'm Afifa, and probably everybody knows Tamanna. So I guess Tamanna was our most childhood actress. Most everybody knows. And the picture that I'm given is where she's wearing a yellow sari and jewelry. So this is an advertisement for either the sari or the jewelry. And as far as I know, I'm a designer myself. I draw stuff. So the jewelry is quite intricate. So I can tell by the look of it. And one more thing is the colors that they have chosen in that picture is very beautiful actually. Yellow for golden is not usually seen because it either overrides the color or it's not visible at all. You can either override the color with, a brighter color or underride the color with a very dark color. So even if you see my own dress, you can see that I'm wearing pink with a blue and black. So by the end of this, we also learn that colors are a valuable aspect in which you can stand out or not be seen. Thank you so much.
Good, thank you. So you fully proved you're a designer. That was a wonderful explanation of how we have to color coordinate according to the situation. Thank you so much. This is the next. So I'll start from here. I always see these. Pravda, and you're all able to see it? Can you all see? Yeah. So I have one person from my town, Mr. Raj Shekran from Coimbatore. I too am from Coimbatore. So how can I not call you?
Good evening, everyone. It's my first time to talk in a tabletop discussion, and I am very grateful to give for this chance to talk in front of amiable crowd. So this picture I have seen, I'm not sure which sports belongs to, because this racket is shorter than tennis. I'm not sure. So I'm going to talk about some sport. From that I like a hint. So currently I'm involving in myself in a sport called running, and since last 6 months we are doing, and I am part of the coastal runners, which we run in Tuesdays and Thursdays in Tiruvannur beach. And after 20 years I have started running actually. So as a small kid, up to 6 o'clock I studied in a small government school where I used to run every annual day, and I used to get some rubbers, pencils. That's what I used to get. So after 20 years I started running with this coastal runners group, and recently participated in a group, and I have won a medal for a group competition. So that was a great experience, and so everybody should follow some sport to keep you healthy. Thank you.
message from you, because even recently John T. Rhodes, the great cricketer, he said the lifestyle of Indians is really not good because we are not at all concentrating on health. So that was a good take from you. Do I have time for one? Okay. So I would definitely like to call this person who had been helping me out with my contest preparation. So though I know he has an important role over here, I still feel I owe it to him for whatever I had done there at the division level. So DTM Guru Prasad sir.
Thank you, PT Master. I think you are giving back to whatever I did you for the past few months. I had been sending her table topics twice a day, morning 11:30 once and 4:30 once. I had an alarm set up in my mobile to remind me, TT for Pravina. My wife used to pick up, you missed it, Guru, send a TT to Pravina. It has become a household core for me for the past 1.5 months. I am very happy that it worked out. Yes, she really attended it like a nice journey, boat journey inside a lake surrounded by trees. That's how I see her presenting herself in a table topic contest. She was very friendly with the audience, and then she took the topic, think it over, and she delivered it with her own level of intellect. With respect, I'm not kidding. So I've seen her topics, I have seen the way she delivers table topics. The moment I saw this picture, all I remembered is Pravina delivering a table topic. If you see, can I have the picture for my reference? It's a lake with so many routes ahead, and you are in the middle, and you don't know which direction to take your boat to. That's how she used to be in table topic context, and that's for every one of you. I relate this to an experience in giving table topic speeches. You are in the middle of the lake with a boat, and at some point of time, someone will come you and ask you to take a particular route and go there, explore something, come back and report about it. So it requires a lot of creativity, at the same time a firm decision making on which direction to drive, what to do, and how to come back and tell about it. I hope you would have also had a nice boat journey in lakes across Kodaikanal, Ooty or something. But next time you travel in a boat in those lakes, remember me, Pravina, and table topics. Over to you.
As always, DTM Guru Prasad, a very different take to whatever topic is given to him, and today was no different. I think the time's up. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Over to the TM.
Thank you, Pravina. Thank you for making it a fabulous table topic session. So many visuals, and you made my day because you tried to arrange the team. Thank you so much. I think all the table topic speakers as well as the table topic master deserve a big round of applause. Timer, can you please read out the qualified table topic speakers?
Hello, qualified Toastmaster Pravda, guest Vijayaraj, Toastmaster Sri Jayanand, Toastmaster Abhirami, guest Fatima, guest Rajshekhar, and DTM Guru.
Thank you so much. Please vote for the best table topic speaker once you receive the ballot link. When you try to prepare your speech script, normally how do you go about? Do you start with bullet points, or how do you write your script? So,
if it's an informative kind of thing, like the question that was asked, bullet points work. Okay. But if it's a story, it has to be wholesome.
Okay. So when you read a book, how do you want to take notes? Okay. So most of the time when we take notes or when we want to give information to others, we start from right to left and then from top to bottom. This is how we are practiced from KG
left to right.
And from top to bottom, unless you are in Arabic country. Okay. So this is how we are taught from LKG days until we do our PhD program or something like that. But basically our mind is inclined to do everything in random direction. So that is where a person from UK called Tony Buzan, he came out with a theory called mind maps. So instead of jotting down your bullet points from top to bottom, start mind map. So pictorially represent. So then it is easy. With a single sheet of mind map, we can bring out all topics, subtopics, subtopics. Then that will be an easy, ready reckoner. So I try to practice mind map. So I also teach mind map. So today I thought of recollecting this mind map when I try to align with the theme of the meeting. So now let's move on to the third and vital segment. To do the evaluation session, may I call upon the General Evaluator Toastmaster to present the invitation.
Thank you. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Now we come to the beginning of the evaluation session. To evaluate the first speaker, Toastmaster Ramesh, we have Toastmaster. She is pursuing MTech from VIT College. She is passionate about writing poems. She believes in spreading a meaningful message to bring a change for the better. Let's welcome Toastmaster Pearl.
Good evening once again. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Ramesh. I must say that Toastmaster Ramesh had delivered a wonderful speech today. Kudos to that. And like distinguished Toastmaster Siddharaman had mentioned, even I was awestruck by the way Toastmaster Ramesh had described his life from birth till date within a span of just 4 to 6 minutes. Now coming to how the speech was being crafted, greeting the audience and immediately starting with that song which had described the marvels of this beautiful nature. I think that was the eye-catching element of his speech. And this glued me to his speech end to end. And I believe that is the point which, that's the point at which the audience also got glued to his speech. And after which I felt it was just a smooth sail, more like watching a reel of his entire life. So he started off with introducing his parents, followed by siblings, then his educational accomplishments, career, spouse, kids, etc. And he ended with a quote, and that was also a song, which was really interesting, starting and ending with a song. And this is like a typical public speaker kind of stroke. Starting with the eye-catching element, then you have a introduction, then you have a body and conclusion. So what I can see is that he has furnished the objectives of his speech. And coming to the other elements, like you had perfect gestures, pitch, pace, and the body language was commendable. The stage usage, everything was really interesting. Plus the visualization using the PPT, which gave us, which made us travel back to those memories. And I also like the way you use the rhetorical devices through the emoji, which shows your level of comfort in the stage and with the audience. And if I have to summarize your speech, it had a perfect opening, body, and conclusion, and you had furnished all the objectives, and you had officially broken the ice. Okay, just a suggestion, because you are an experienced speaker, you had mentioned that life is a continuous learning. So life is not a straight line, right? It's just like the graph of our ECG. It goes up, down, up. So I also wanted to know any tough time that you had and how you tackled it. So if you could have explained that, it would have added more touch to your speech. And also, please do keep track of time next time. And with this, I'm ending my evaluation.
To evaluate second speaker, Toastmaster Amrita, we have Toastmaster. She is the assistant manager in a medical billing company. She likes to listen to music. Let's welcome Toastmaster Kalyani.
It was an informative speech where she has told about the money that matters. She has given us about three important things: income account, spending account, investing. Also, she says little droplets makes an ocean. So she asks us to save in order to have a good retirement fund. In the previous speech, the evaluator had given her some feedback, and she had used that in the speech. That was, she had used passes in between, and she had also made some changes in the introduction part, by which the introduction was very good with a life story like her friend's story, which made the audience to be interested, to make, listen to the speech interestingly. Then she also educated us by this message, and overall it was the speech was very clear. She had a good usage of stage usage, and the gestures were good. It was just like a bun butter jam, like 50-30-20 rule, which she had applied it for all of us. It is a fantastic speech today. And only one suggestion I would like to give is, she had made eye contact in the back side most of the time. It would be effective if she could have seen all the directions.
Now, for evaluating the panel discussion moderated by Toastmaster Jayashree, we have a distinguished Toastmaster. He is senior subject matter expert in MNC, also technical expert in oil and gas sector. He is known for his humorous content in his speech, and he is a superstar fan. Let's welcome distinguished Toastmaster Guru Prasad.
Sometimes I feel TMI is very cruel to its members. On a lighter note, listen to a panel discussion for 30 minutes and give your quickest feedback in 3 minutes and a generous extra time of 30 seconds. Anyway, I had to live with it. Timer, you can relax. I am not going to make it for your tricolor today. General evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and remotely watching Jayashree. A different setup today, a different kind of a speech we all listened. Let us see how it was. I will share my feedback. I hope you also enjoyed it and you have your own feedbacks. You may give it to the speaker later. Panel discussion. In my so many years of experience in Toastmasters, this is the first time where I had to read the project manual 3 to 4 times to get ready to be an evaluator. It's not difficult, but it was so detailed. The project manual helping the speaker to moderate a panel discussion had all the elements of panel discussions, giving guidance for you to be a moderator, also for you to be a panelist. It has given fantastic details. And Jayashree has aptly gone through it. I could see her selection of topic, very comfortable. She did not venture into an experimental topic, very easy and comfortable to discuss here, easy to moderate, which is all about our own experiences in every Toastmasters meeting, which is evaluation. And selection of panelists is amazing. All of them are winners at different heights of Toastmaster evaluation contests, and also during club evaluations, they have given their best motivating the participants. Very good selection of panelists. I could also see she had some productive conversation with them before planning this discussion, panel discussion. She might have shared her plans or something like that. Or the expertise or experience of the panelists itself shows that they are ready for any kind of questions. And her attitude, as the project manual advises, also very polite, and it also uses a word called poise. Stay calm under any situation, be friendly with the panelists. She was doing justice as a moderator throughout the journey. She also had good questions, also transition. She was not asking always DTM Thomas first, always PR second, the third was Sandhya third. No. She was also asking questions crisscross to make sure that everyone is participating, inclusivity, whatever you call. She made it look a bit lively, and she was very polite. In the end, she tried to do a sum up and thank the audience for it. This was kind of a picture perfect with respect to whatever it suggests. But since this is a kind of an elevated leadership activity, it's not a normal speech, I have some critical observations on how she delivered her project or the panel discussion today. First and foremost, this is not for Jayashree alone, for most of the speakers. Whenever you want some arrangements to be made in the stage for your speech, there is a dedicated person in the club or any event called Sergeant at Arms. His or her job is not to stand here, ask you to switch off your mobiles, don't talk taboo topics. No. His or her job is also to help you getting the stage ready for your performance. She should have contacted the Sergeant at Arms and said, while my speech is being introduced by the TMOD, I want 5 chairs to be put and I want things to be set ready. TMOD was pulling one chair, DTM Thomas was bringing his own chair, Priya did not know what to do, and finally she did not have a chair to sit, Jayashree. I am not joking about Jayashree, but this is a serious leadership activity. When you get into the panel, it should look as if everything is ready. Just come here, start your panel discussion. That you should have taken care, Jayashree, as your first point. Second is seating arrangement. Well, you had planned in such a way that 2 gentlemen on the extreme ends, 2 ladies, 1. But you did not have a clear idea on where to sit. Initially, you started by standing here, blocking all the audience walking around, put a chair and sat here looking at the panel discussion people. Never the audience. What I would suggest is, keep yourself in the center. On the panel, on your left and right. This helps you in 3 ways. One is, you can watch your panelists left and right very easily and pose your questions. Second, you can watch the audience while you are delivering your introduction, your comments. Third, you can watch the timer. Every time she was like, see that? So these are small things, but make a big difference in you as a great leader. So make your panel arrangement first ready. Then you gave an introduction. Very good. That's much needed. You introduce the panel. How many of your guests here today? We have almost 8 guests here. Most of them might have got amused. What is this evaluation? Why so many people are talking something called evaluation? It would have been very good if you had given a brief introduction of what is an evaluation in Toastmasters, why we are doing it. Then you say, I'm inviting experts to discuss about various methods of evaluation and get their expertise and knowledge to be absorbed by the audience. So understand your audience or the variety of your audience before planning for a panel discussion. And you should have introduced the panelists first one by one, because that is the best respect you are giving to the panelists. You should say, we have so and so, 1, 2, 3, 4, everyone. You started an introduction and suddenly you asked a question, then said, I'm going to introduce him. There was a gap here and there. If you have watched many panel discussions happening in television or YouTube channels, first thing they do is who. Let the audience understand who are they and what capability they have got to sit here as the panelists. Then automatically the audience will get a respect on those panelists before even listening to those words. Another critical observation is, what you conducted is supposed to be a panel discussion. Discussion is something where people talk to each other and also convey the message to the audience. What I saw was mostly a panel interview. You were asking selected questions to the panelists. 1 mark question to one first, then 3 mark questions, then 10 mark questions. And 1 question to 1 person, unique. Okay, though I say it in a lighter way, this is an advice. For example, you had 1 question to DTM Thomas. Then you just turn around and say, do you concur with this opinion? Do you have something else or do you support? What do you think of this, Jagan? Or what do you think of this, Priya? At some point of time, you said, none of the speakers are reading the manuals. That's a fantastic chance for you as a moderator to just come up and say, he is just criticizing all the speakers. Do you agree with this? Not to create a fight, but to take care of others' opinion on the same topic. Then you are a Toastmaster. You have evaluated. Moderator is not just an MC. You are also part of the panel. You can have some opinion on the same topic. You could have given a couple of sentences saying, no, I feel is this way, or I have done evaluation, I felt like this. And you should also induce the panelists to share from their experience. Most of the time you ask me a question, what is your name? My name is Guru Prasad. Where are you coming from? And what about? That's all I want to answer. Unless you probe them, ask them to bring out from their experience. Then DT and Thomas, after I would have said, when I was in a division contest, there was a topic like this. I knew I was the last contestant, everybody is going to evaluate this way. How different I can be. Then I thought over, she will come with that experience, which should have given more wisdom to the audience. So this is very important in bringing the best out of the panelist, not bringing only the correct answers from them. And one last thing your manual says, and I've also seen in panel discussions, is allocate few minutes for Q&A with the audience. We also want to know something from the panelists. We also have a couple of questions. Plan your time accordingly. Have it in 20-25 minutes, all your questions. Then ask the audience to shout questions to the panelists. You choose appropriate panelists to answer. I was having a very, very important questions to be asked to the panelists. I felt disappointed, honestly. I'm going to anyway ask this question during the break time. So, on one side, you as a moderator, before the panel discussion was perfect. You had all planned everything, your things were ready, you had panelists, everything. But the moment the live event started, there were some gaps here and there. And the way you interacted and made the panelists interact could be much improved. With all this, you definitely showed up your speaking skills and leadership skills, but there is much to be improved. All the very best to you, Jayesh.
Now to evaluate the table topic session by Toastmaster Karina, we have Toastmaster, he's working in a construction company, he's an MBA graduate. Let's welcome Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, General Manager. Today, Toastmaster Pravina did the active listening project, which wasn't actually previously told. So there was a question mark when DG Guru Prasad himself mentioned why she wasn't the best speakers award. So an active listening project, she has to conduct a table topic session. And how did Toastmaster Pravina did? She did in a wonderful manner. She had a smiling face when she just arrived on the stage, and she showed why she's a champion speaker. And also she clearly mentioned what are all the rules which the table topic sessions are all about. Some members may be hearing it for the 100th or the 200th time. It's like listening on the flight, and every time you listen on the flight, the pilot will say you have to buckle the seat. And when there's a loss of air pressure, there will be I don't know what you say, oxygen mask which comes out. First you wear it, and then you, like that. There are 8 guests today, and she clearly mentioned that table topic session is an impromptu speech session where topics will be given on the spot, and you have to speak in for 2 to 3 minutes. So kudos to Toastmaster Pravina for clearly telling it upon to the guests and to the members. And also, after each and every speech finished, Toastmaster Pravina clearly complimented the speaker. For example, when a speaker told about meditation, she mentioned that seeing her face and working through her, that clearly shows that meditation works for her. It listened that she's actively listened to the speaker, and she has complimented the speaker. And also, many a times, for example, when the actress Tamanna's photos was shown, everyone thought that the guest was going to speak about Tamanna or the movie she's going to act. But she had a different perspective, and she spoke upon the different color combinations, the jewels and the saris that she wore upon. And she and Toastmaster Pravina made a good note of it as well. So kudos to Toastmaster Pravina there again. And but there are a few recommendations that I would talk upon. Today in the panel discussion and throughout meeting, we have been speaking upon the manual in particular. So as I was listening to how important the manual was, finally I took upon the manual and I was seeing what the manual is. Because so far I was only seeing the evaluation speech and I was giving to it. The manual clearly mentioned that the members should follow all established protocols for a table topic session. Usually in Medley Toastmasters Club, first we call upon the senior Toastmaster members and then we move upon to the guests and guests. But maybe Toastmaster Pravina did it in an ulta manner. But protocols, as they say, it's not fixed upon. Like for example, when the president or prime minister comes to the state, it's a protocol for the chief minister and the governor to come. It's not a rule or an universal. So maybe she could have called upon senior Toastmaster first, and then she could have called upon a guest or a younger member. And there are a few members as well who have not gotten a role. When I have done the table topic session many a time, members could come and fight with me why they have not been called upon for the table topic session, because they are a paid member and they don't have any role. I'm not talking about the members who already have role, but members who have not even spoken a word in the meeting, they should be called upon because they are paid members. When I have a table topic master, there are members who have fought me, but overall, Toastmaster Praveen, you did a brilliant job as a table topic session, a table topic master, and you showed how perfect you are. Thank you, and over to you.
Timer, can you list the qualified evaluators?
All are qualified. Toastmaster Pearl, Toastmaster Kalyani, Distinguished Toastmaster Guru Prasad, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Am I qualified? Really? Please check your time. Guru will faint now.
I request everyone to vote for the best evaluator. Now coming to tag report, I request timer Toastmaster Priyadarshini to share the timer report.
Okay, so starting with prepared speaker, Toastmaster Ramesh took 6 minutes 53 seconds, and Toastmaster Amritavalli 6 minutes 45 seconds, and Toastmaster Jayashree 30 minutes 4 seconds on the panel activity. And on the speaker side, table topic speaker side, Toastmaster Pravda 1 minute 21 seconds, guest Vijayaraj 1 minute 06 seconds, Sri Jayanand 1 minute 20 seconds, Toastmaster Abhirami 1 minute 45 seconds, guest Fatima 1 minute 13 seconds, guest Rajshekhar 1 minute 36 seconds, TTM Guru Prasad 1 minute 47 seconds. On evaluation, Toastmaster Pearl at 2 minute 59 seconds, Toastmaster Kalyani 1 minute 46 seconds, DTM Guru Prasad 9 minutes 50 seconds, Toastmaster Dinesh Shekhar 3 minutes 15 seconds. Thank you everyone.
Now I request grammarian to share the summary. Sorry, accountant. I request accountant to share the.
I couldn't see any filler words or 10 speakers. I would like to appreciate for them. TM Amritavalli, DTM Thomas, TM Priyadarshini, DM Sandhya, TM Jagat, TM Jayashree, TM Praveena, TM Pravda, TM Pearl, DTM Guru. Other speakers used very few filler words. I could say TM Ramesh used 3 2 couple of overused words like but, like and you know. Guest Vijayanand used couple of like. TM Sri Jayanand used couple of like. TM Abhirami used quite a lot of few 3 lines. Guest Fatima used couple of and no hum. Guest Rajashekhar used couple of and. Guest Kalyani used couple of TM Dinesh used couple of Thank you both.
Now I request grammarian to share the grammarian report.
tell the words used by the speakers. TM Prasanavani, perpetuate and vital. DTM Sundaraman, vivid, visual imagery, fabulous, inclined, random, pictorial. Prasanna Venkatesh, reinforce. And evaluated TM Pearl, abstract, crafter, marvels, furnished. And TM Suresh, trajectory, catalyst. TM Amrita, proactive, embark, little. For me, the short takeaway is 50%, 30%, 20%. Like me, everyone also behind the same thing. TM Jayashri, dwell, constructive criticism, secret ingredient, pitfalls, cornerstone. TTM, Thomas T. Abraham, tertiary, satellite, relevant, dimension, clarity, originality. And TM Priyadashni Baidu, nuances, aligned, executing. And TM Sandhya, gesture, bias, active listening, critical thinking, stimulator, denting self-image, intent. TM Jagan, steel, empathetic, tremendous, incredible, fancy, dramatic, pedestal. TM Pravina Sriram, exhilarating, reiterate. TM Pravda, brisk, multifaceted, energetic. Guest Fatima, intricate, overrides. DTM Guru Prasad, generous, poise, transitional, crisscross, inclusivity, showcasing, provoke, wisdom. TM Dinesh, perspective. So the word of the day is used by 3 people. TM Ramesh, TM Jayashri, guest Rajshekar. I just want to thank them for that. Last time when I played first month of my, after joining Toastmaster, none of them have used the word I have just got it. At least they have graded me from 0 to 3. I'm thankful for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marian. Now, coming to the general evaluation of the meeting, the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmasters CC, started the meeting at the right time. Coming to the presidential address by Toastmaster Prasanavani, she called the guests and get the introduction. And she shared a short story of 5 M's, which helps in motivation of fellow Toastmasters and guests. And PM Modi, Toastmaster Sundaraman, explained the roles and explained the theme of the meeting very clearly. And coming to the prepared speech session, we have 2 prepared speeches, which was like both entertaining and information loaded. And we had a panel discussion. We had many great insights from the related to evaluations from the panelists. And coming to the table topic session by Toastmaster Pravina, she conducted a table topic session related to the theme, which is visualization through empowerment. She showed the pictures, then asked the persons to stop. And for the evaluations, all the evaluators were outstanding. And coming to the recommendations, I have few recommendations for today's meeting related to the ambience of the meeting. The curtains can be closed when the sun rays that could disturb others who are sitting there. And whenever speaker speaks, the guest and Toastmaster can sit in the chair. Then after the end of the meeting, or after the end of the speech, they can move. And today we have a good number of guests. The Toastmasters number can also be improved. That's the only recommendation. With this, to cut short all the improvements and good things I noted, today we had an insightful and an amiable meeting. Thank you. Now I hand over the stage to distinguished Toastmasters.
Thank you, Professor Venkatesh. Give a big round of applause for the general evaluator. Another set of round of applause for the speech evaluators. And the tag role players, they also deserve a round of applause. Thank you so much. So when you write a script, when you want to speak in front of audience, so the general gurus recommend that you have to use 5 senses to connect with the audience. Visual, auditory, gustatory, then what are the other things? The touch feeling, and then the smell you have to use. But amongst the 5 senses, the visual is the most appealing. because the entire various studies suggest that 30 to 40% of the audience, they are all visual. The moment you start describing something visual, then they are easy to connect with the audience more than the other four senses. So with that note, I'll sign off as TMOD. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you had a great meeting. Let me hand over podium back to the presiding officer, Mr. Nawai. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. How was the meeting today? One element was missing. Yeah. Yes. Well, the word of the day which Toastmaster Hema mentioned in a previous meeting. Can someone recollect what was that word? When she did the grammarian role, not the previous meeting, when she did a previous, Pearl is putting up her hands. Yes, Pearl. Shortle. What is the meaning of shortle?
She's the secretary.
Yeah.
She has the minutes.
But now I guess she was recalling her memory. Yes, it's chortle. What does it mean? Chortle. Chortle. C-H-O-R-T-L-E.
To laugh.
To laugh gleefully. Yes. That element was missing, I felt. Yes. As when a speaker stands here, they would like to have a very receptive audience, an audience which encourages with smile and laugh for their jokes. So I request all the members and guests to encourage the speaker when they stand on stage here. Yes. With that, can we have a few feedback from our guests? Yes, Deepan.
I have a pretty long feedback.
Oh, you can say it well.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to sound like an evaluator right now. Okay. The first speaker started by explaining how the happiness is a very natural process, right? We all often get burdened with numerous thoughts and concerns. It shouldn't matter to us. And second speaker, ma'am, stress the importance of money in our daily lives. It's very important. If we cannot, it is crucial for achieving financial stability. So thank you for that. And then came the panel discussion. The four important takeaways from the panel discussion were how to package your evaluation for the speaker to feel comfortable. Second one, setting an example to the speaker, listening skills, and the fourth one was how to be honest and empathetic to the speaker. So it was really good. Thank you all the members for the panel discussion. Then came the evaluation session. I think the evaluation session provided constructive criticism, and it aligned well with the ideas presented by the presented during the panel discussion. So yeah, it was overall a wonderful session. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yes, Deepan has completed his active listening project. Yes, Sai Sandeep, would you like to give a feedback?
Yeah, I guess I understand why you asked my name. Okay, so coming to the session, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, I know this is my second session, so I know the context actually. And the prepared speeches were good, and the third one, panel discussion, I think it's a new one. I'm not sure if it's usual. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a usual routine, but that was a very good discussion, and the key takeaways are very insightful. I mean, maybe when I join the Toastmasters in future, it will be very useful for me too. And the table topics were very interesting and very visualizing. I mean, apt to the theme. Very good one, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed the session. Thank you.
Other guests, would you like to come and give a feedback?
Hi everyone. Yeah, I definitely don't have a long list like how people today was really good. I think the one which I liked, and it's good to know that there is a manual in place. I think it's really I was not aware of it. I think it makes a lot of sense. Like when there's a structure, and I think someone mentioned that even when criticism you give the positives and sandwiching thing, it makes a lot of sense. How I think that's how it conveys the criticism is also being conveyed at the same time, and as it being that person will not be demotivated in getting the criticism in such a manner. So I really liked it. And apart from it, the panel thing I really liked. Panel discussion was really informative and knowing. And even more, the panel discussion, I think I love the evaluation which was made. It was really awesome. Thanks to Guru Prasad. I was really the way he observed and put forth, and even the smallest details how he noted and presented. I really loved it, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think overall it was a really nice experience. Yeah.
Yes, could you also come and have your introduction also with this little bit.
Hi everyone, I am Srinath. I am working as manager in Indian Oil Corporation. This is second time I am attending a meeting at Toastmasters Medley. This was a very good, I really enjoyed the session, especially the panel discussion was very informative. I could learn about the active listening skills is very important. Madam told that very clearly, and so it was like the first step of communication is always not speaking, it is listening. That is one step which we have to learn. That is, and also all the experienced people have shared their valuable experiences, and Sir also, distinguished Toastmaster, has given a good criticism. I could never expected all those criticism which will come like that. So it's a thing, criticism is also an avenue to learn, so that in the future that mistake can be avoided. So as we grow in the as a civilization, we have to take the criticism also in the correct spirit. That is very important, so that the future it will be more better. So thank you.
As I say, it's constructive criticism in Toastmasters. Criticism is not to criticize or put you down, but it's to bring you up further. That is the idea of evaluation in Toastmasters. And as a few guests mentioned, Toastmasters has a program called Pathways. So Pathways is an education module where you have different paths, and all these projects are a part of those pathways. So to moderate a panel discussion is a project, to demonstrate active listening is a project. So we have these various real life skills which we never learned in school or college, but which we have to know when we come to our workplace and further in a career. So Toastmasters has incorporated those real life skills in the form of projects, which many members you see are doing it in their weekly meetings. So it is a wonderful platform to learn, polish ourselves and better ourselves. With this, I have a few announcements. The Sergeant at Arms for the current term, Toastmaster Tamaravel has not renewed his membership because of his work-related travel commitments. So for the remaining term, Toastmaster Sissy has expressed interest and she will be the Sergeant at Arms for the remaining Toastmaster Pravina has completed our level 3 with the speech today. And Toastmaster Ramesh has given us icebreaker speech. We will be giving a standing ovation to him at the end of this meeting. Yeah. And June 8th. June 3rd. What is special about June 3rd?
We can't see it here. It's politics.
June 3rd. Okay, I didn't know that.
One day before election.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you now? Where are we now? Medley meeting. June 3rd. June 3rd. Medley's anniversary. Yes. Medley was started on June 3rd, and 16th anniversary will be celebrating this year. So, to commemorate this special event on June 8th, the next Saturday which comes after that, we are planning a special meeting. Anybody willing and interested to do an event share role, please come up. It will be a good opportunity for you to develop your communication and leadership skills. So June 8th will be our anniversary themed meeting. Let's make it special. We'll work on it as the event share gets finalized. And coming week, May 25th, we have a district conference. District conference is, as Medley, there are many clubs, around 150 clubs in Tamil Nadu. So all of the clubs are forming District 120, and the district is having a conference where we have contests, humorous speech contest, evaluation contest, table topics contest, speech contest, and also various keynote speeches and fun items there. It will be a 2-day conference. So many members from Medley are registered, and almost 20 are registered and attending. But still, we will have a Medley meeting that Saturday here. It will be a meeting, speakers, the regular Medley meeting. So guests are welcome to attend that meeting as well. And guests who would like to register for the district conference are also welcome to register. If you are interested, let us know. We will share the link with you with further details. Are the results ready? The best role player goes to the person who helped us visualize and help us communicate through visualization. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaram and Chittamani. The best tag role player goes to a grammarian, amiable Toastmaster Hema.
This is actually quite surprised. I prepared much last week. I haven't bagged anything. This time I just came casually. It just got something. Thank you so much.
It's a continuous process. It doesn't happen one day. As we keep
Thank you.
it happens. The best table topic speaker goes to the person who had designed thinking. Yes, Afika. The best speaker goes to Toastmaster Jayashree. The best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Pearl. And for a district conference, there's also one call for any innovative 30-second video where you can showcase a word discover. So if any members can come up with ideas, we can shoot that video after this meeting today. So please come up with any ideas where you can shoot and show discover in the 30-second video. With that, can we call Toastmaster Ramesh onto the front? In Medley, we give a standing ovation to the icebreaker marathon speaker every time.
Thank you. Thank you.
With that, the sound of this cable, I adjourn this meeting number 781. Thank you.
Well then, you made a habit of speaking well. Good for you. Repeat.